Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a story time video. I have commented on other videos about this, and I'm just going to share my experience. Maybe I'll help somebody, or who knows. But I'm going to talk about the story time about when I had a mini stroke. So I had a mini stroke in 2018. It was really weird. Like the day, because it happened in the evening, but the day that it happened, everything was normal. My daughter went to my mom's house to spend the night, and they had their whole day, what they were doing. My son and me were having like a date day, as you call it. Back then, when he was younger, I used to like give him some money, and then he would like take me out for dinner and, teach him some manners, that kind of thing. So we did that. We were totally fine. I think we went swimming that day. Everything was like normal. Like there was no difference like in what I did, or him. So that evening, like around 7:38, but back then, my son was 8. So like even then, this is before I met my husband. It's the same year I met him, but I had met him, but we were just talking and stuff. So in 2018, my son was 8, and we went to lay down upstairs, and I have a TV and a humongous California king bed. So I asked him, I said, do you want to lay beside me or watch a movie with me? He said, yeah, sure. So he put some ridiculous cartoon on the TV, and I was charging my iPad. So I had like my outlet plug on the side of the wall here, and I went to lean down like this to plug it in, and I got a really sharp pain like in my body. Like I jumped up and I said, ow, and he said, oh my God, Mom, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine, So I didn't think anything of it. Like the pain after a couple minutes went away. Had no issue. So after that, like 15-20 minutes after, my chest started like hurting, like heart attack hurting, like sharp pains. And so I text my mom a messenger back and forth. That's what me and her do. And I texted her and I said, what the sign of a heart attack? And she was like, you're too young for that. Cause I was like 34. And I said, Mom, I got really bad chest pains, like bad chest pains. And she said, what other symptoms do you have? And I said, at this point, my left side of my body was starting to go numb, like literally from my head down to my toes. And I said, well, my left side of my body's numb. And she's like, what do you mean numb? And I said, like numb, like I can't feel it. And at this point, she's like, call an ambulance. Me and Addie will be up there to get you. Or me and Addie will meet you at the house. I said, okay. So she's doing that, getting her ready to meet me at my house. And I'm so like anxiety ridden and panicked that my son had to call an ambulance. It was the sweetest thing ever. He called him, told him his age, where he lived. He even went downstairs and turned our lights back on. This is like around I think 10 o'clock at night, something like that. So an ambulance came, and they came upstairs. At this point, the numbness was sort of going away, or the chest pains had gone away, but the numbness was still there, but it was like not as bad. And my mom gets there around the same time, and they're like, well, do you want to go to the ER, or do you want your mom to drive you there? And my mom was like, I want you guys to take her, because she said, she told me, well, if I drive you, you'll be sitting in like the lobby forever. And at least this way you'll get right back to a room. So I went in the ambulance. My son went in there with me. It was really cold in there. It was like I believe this happened in August, and like it was so cold in there, and I asked them to turn off the cold air because I was like shivering. I was so cold. So my mom follows the ambulance, and I get to the ER. They put me back inside a room. They gave me all kinds of scans. They put an IV inside my arm. Like asked me what kind of medications have I had. At that point, I wasn't taking like any nighttime medication. My normal medication, not my new medication, but my normal ones, like the 2, I hadn't had any of those. And they were like, oh, well, they were debating if I should stay overnight. They weren't sure. Eventually, Oh, because sorry. My stepdad came. He got off work because he works out of town. My stepdad came and he picked up Addie, and my son was like, I'm not going with you. Like, I'm staying here with mommy. And so Addie left with my stepdad. So they went back to my mom's house. My mom stayed up there till the very end. So it literally, my son fell asleep like between my legs, literally. Like I had a blanket over me, and he like was sitting right there, and they gave him a blanket, and he fell asleep. And we were there. It was till about like 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. They were like, we want to give her an MRI, but we can't do that until the morning. So we're going to keep her overnight. You can come up in tomorrow. She'll be able to come home tomorrow. So my son didn't want to go home, but we kind of made him. We were like, look, you can't stay here. Like, mommy's fine, but you can't stay here. So I got over to a room, and I guess like in the ER, they have like, well, no, this was actually, oh, never mind. I was going to say in the ER, they have rooms where they keep you overnight, but I'm wrong. Forgive me. So they put me in a room, and I got no sleep because the nurses kept coming in every hour to check, my vitals. And, my dad ended up showing up at like 5 in the morning and I was asleep, and he didn't tell me. And I like woke up, and all these people standing over top of me. I was like, creepy. You could have told me that you were here, Well, apparently, mini strokes are in my dad's side of the family. So, I guess I inherited that from his side of the family. So they gave me the MRI, didn't find anything on it. And if you are thinking you've had a mini stroke, they won't find anything on it unless you're like in the mini stroke. Mini stroke sometimes can last from seconds to minutes. Like they're not a full blown stroke, so they don't last very long. So they released me the next day around noon. Gave me my paperwork where it said, you had a mini stroke, that kind of thing. And other than being like, the only thing I noticed is like I was tired for it took a lot out of me, and so I was tired for like a couple days after I had it. I've had a couple since then. I mean, I haven't like went to the doctors. Like I didn't go to the ER or anything over it. Like they literally don't last very long. They're a couple minutes and then they're done. And yeah, so and they don't know what causes it. I go see my doctor more now because she monitors me for it. I don't know if it was like stress induced or anxiety induced. I don't know. I was also a lot fitter back then, and like I worked out like all the time, and I was really, really skinny, and I don't know if that caused any of it. Like I don't really know. Hopefully my experience might help someone that has had one. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I will answer them the best to my knowledge that I can. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Give me a like. It does help the channel. And I will see everyone in the next video.